I'll just put a little beep. Or it depends on what word it is. Because no, it's cool. So you tell me anything interesting, please.
Okay. The museum itself it's a very personal museum about the lifestyle and the changes that happened in Darling from when the town started in about 1854.
Okay.
The town itself was named after the gentleman in that portrait there. He's Lieutenant Governor Charles Henry Darling.
Okay.
And he played a large part in the first parliament that was held in Cape Town around the same time that the town was founded.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
The museum itself started with a little butter museum through here.
Okay. Butter museum.
Butter museum.
Oh, churning
Darling
butter.
was very famous for its butter.
Wow.
Darling butter started here in 1899. Two Swedish gentlemen came out and started making butter here. Very fertile area. There were lots of farmers in the area from about late 1700s. And butter was made here in Darling until about middle of the 50s when they moved through to Pardon Island to be closer to the town. But we do once again now have our own dairy here in Darling. Yeah. But the ladies of the Agricultural Association started the museum with this section on the butter making.
So this was the original start of the museum.
Was the start of the museum.
This equipment is all out of wood. It's crazy, eh? It's like so interesting. Wow.
What I really enjoy is the sort of the homemade ones, like these little
look at that,
that you would have used in your home.
You know, I recognize that. My grandmother used to have something like that on the farm in Ganubi out East London way. I can remember that in her house.
And she always had her own cream.
And she had that there you go. She had that on the veranda. This
is a separator.
A separator. She used to pour the milk in and then the cream and the brings back so many memories, eh?
I think that's what people love about this museum is it is like memories of your childhood.
Definitely.
The barn is where we have some wagons and that, but it's a little bit jamafar at the moment.
Okay.
We are working on new displays.
Okay, I get that, yes. You have to upgrade all the time, eh?
Yeah, this is quite a big change we're making.
Okay.
Here, but there's some fabulous wagons.
Oh, look at this. Hi there. Wow.
That big contraption over there is a steam machine.
Steam machine, yes.
That would have been used to operate this Ransom's, what do you call it, threshing machine for the wheat.
Wow.
So the wheat would have gone in there and the chaff would have come out that side and the wheat into the bags that
in
are
the front,
at the back there. Yeah.
That is so interesting. Wow. Yeah.
And this would have been a hay wagon, which is why they have these large items. There's another one of these that goes on the other side, so it would be, the hay could be packed up high onto this to deliver it.
Yes.
And then of course these Cape wagons are the fancier wagons that were used when you go out
the classy
to church
ones,
on a Sunday or to some or other event. You would use your fancy wagon. These are called the Cape carts.
The Cape carts, okay. This is beautiful. This is amazing. Look at the lights, the lanterns.
The water wagon would be taken out into the field filled with water to
for the workers.
Thirsty workers.
Okay, yeah. Could also put wine in it, eh?
You could. But it would probably not be a good idea
no, it wouldn't.
Out in the
Wouldn't get much done, eh? So you're giving me a personal tour here. I love it.
Just a bit of background.
Oh.
You could go through on your own.
No, but I don't know. No, I love it that
Yeah.
because you're giving me an excellent background of what's going on here.
So these are just some of the sort of the wedding dresses
Yes,
and
yes.
the family sort of clothing and things like that. It's called the Emporium. So all of the
okay.
ladies' little bits and pieces.
Okay. I remember this. My grandmother used to have this on the farm too, in her bedroom. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
They didn't have
yeah.
bathrooms.
Yes, to wash. Yeah.
A little bit of the Jewish history in the town.
Oh, okay.
Jewish families mostly came from Lithuania, those who settled here.
Oh.
But there aren't very many now nowadays. A lot of the local families moved to either to the US or to Israel.
And all running away from the Holocaust situation. Is that what it was about? I'm sure I can't blame
Yes,
them.
coming from Lithuania,
Yes,
that would
yes.
have been the,
Definitely the case from what was happening over there. Sure.
And then our little schoolroom, so a little bit of these items came out of the old school, which is actually, the original old school is just over the road from the museum. It's now residence, it's a home.
Okay.
But this is what the two, I can't see where the other photo is now, but this is what the old school looked like, and then before they built the big school up on the hill. So these desks came out of there. What I love though is there's a little book here that belonged to one of the old farmers in June 1891. This was Fred Duckett. His school book, his exercise book.
1891.
And there's his composition that he was writing.
Incredible. Look at the handwriting.
Yeah. Yeah, so things like that, I mean, these all came from kids and that who lived in the town.
in the town, yes. This is 9 October, is it 1968 or 1868? No.
One would probably be
1968, yeah.
And this is the Vooruitzicht Primary School, their little yearbook.
67 to 88. Wow. That's interesting.
Then there's a little church section. We've combined all the churches, the Mission Church, Presby Church, and the NGH Kerk there.
Oh, okay.
That one does or did play, but because it's not played often enough to warrant us having to regularly keep
have it serviced and
that's
maintained, because I'm sure those bags inside that pump the air must probably perish and
no, you've got to do regular maintenance.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's just not.
Family Bible.
That's a fabulous Bible. That is.
1728.
Yeah. We keep it closed, unfortunately.
Yeah, you don't want it
it's-
damaged, yes. I understand that. Sure.
A little bit of the
Cricket team. Rugby
sporting
team. Ah, okay.
history, the social life. And then our saloon bar.
Nice.
The old Royal Hotel in Darling.
Every little town used to have a royal hotel,
yes, yeah, so what we've done at the back here, we set up a couple of shops. There's a little general dealer store, the doctor's surgery,
Okay.
and then the Darling Creamery had a factory in town, so that boiler came out of one of the buildings that they used as the creamery. They actually dug it out of the backyard about sort of 10-15 years ago.
And they brought it, yeah. That's fantastic, eh?
That was quite a mission.
I can imagine, eh?
Our little leather maker.
Yeah.
And of course, Darling is famous for its flower show. There's an old flower show poster up there from 1959 in our little garden section.
Sure. We now out of season. We're not here in time for the flowers, eh?
Yeah,
Yes.
we actually didn't do a show these last 2 years for
Because of
obvious
COVID,
reasons.
yeah.
But they did guided tours, and we're hoping to do a show this year in September. September is normally our peak flower time. But they've decided to change it up a little bit,
Okay.
or take it back a little bit rather, because this was the old town hall where the original
Yes.
flower shows were held.
Oh,
And instead of doing a huge show at the club, which has happened over the last, I don't know how many years, they're talking about doing something smaller here, in the museum and then at various places around the town.
Oh, that'll be
It would
wonderful.
Nice to bring
Yes.
it back to here, yeah.
it will be nice.
It's a little laundry with a washing machine at the back, and then you had these worked with petrol and paraffin.
That could be dangerous.
Very.
Yeah. Sure.
This hall is divided into different rooms. So you've got your old kitchen here with all the paraphernalia, all the old original kitchen items that would have been used. The bedroom and the gentleman's dressing room.
Oh, wow.
I think every house in the old days had one of these breeder and smallerweg.
Wow.
Dining room. Also.
This is awesome. How old is the town hall?
Was built in 1899. Now, there was originally a stage at the back, but they took that out.
Okay.
You can see there where the planks.
Yes, they've been replaced, yes.
It was taken out when this turned into a museum, when they built the big Darling Sports Club.
Yes, yes.
It wasn't held, the events in town were held there then rather than here.
Okay.
So it became a museum then. Kiddies' room with all the little children's clothing and the toys the children always enjoy.
And this was all donated by locals?
Items donated, that's right, yes.
And there's one very famous Darling citizen, hey?
You're talking about Peter Dirk.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about Evita.
Same person. Yeah. He actually grew up in Pinelands.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he's lived here since about 94, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you'll still see him walking around town. He's with his black beanie on and his tracksuit. Yeah,
Okay.
when he's not being Tani Evita.
Tani, yeah.
Of course, the little parlour, which was very seldom used in the old days. This was kept for when the Domini or very fancy relatives
used to
came
come,
to
yeah.
visit.
Never, you had the formal lounge and then
That's
you had
right.
our lounge, yeah. The gramophone, my gran used to have one, but had the speaker that stood out like that. Yes, yes.
Yeah, we've got a rather nice gramophone in the front there, which used to work, but unfortunately the spring snapped and
Aye. Okay. Oh, shame, yeah.
unfortunately can't. We've tried to have it repaired, but can't really.
Oh, okay.
So we've got a little touch and turn section for the kiddies here once, so that they can
To
touch
feel
things,
something
yeah,
at least, yes.
yeah.
Because it must be terrible not to be able to touch
they're told
anything.
not to touch, don't touch.
So yeah, they can touch.
And then some household items again that have been.
Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate it. What is your name?
I'm Diane.
Diane, thank you very much. This is really interesting, eh? And then what is this?
This is our little shop. So you end up in the shop and we
okay.
invite you to spend your money on your way out.
Okay.
For fundraising for the museum.
Definitely.
Yeah, we get items in that people like to come and buy. We've got some bric-a-brac.
Okay.
And also sort of museum stuff and
just the bits and pieces, yeah. What an interesting stop here at the Darling Museum. Diane was so kind to give me a personal tour through the whole place. I really, really enjoyed this.